May 15, 2019 was an astronomical day where Studio Trigger blessed our hearts with a masterpiece of a film called Promare. It's a film full of passion and desire to be strong and stand true to yourself, and exemplifies what it means to be literally you. It kind of takes a lot of inspiration from Gurren Lagann in that retrospect, but still is a completely different story. It's an action-packed drama filled with an underlying prejudice theme mixed with a lighthearted main character named Gallo. He for sure makes it clear to not forget that name, and it shows the passion of what it means to stand for what you believe in. If you want a beautiful movie with amazing animation and Oscar-worthy storytelling, just go and watch this movie now. If the cover or even trailer did not sell you on this movie, let me do so now, but I warn you, I am going to get into spoilers on what made this movie so perfect to me. To start off, the storytelling of this film was so nice. At the end of the movie, it seems that Leo is about to die, and due to this, the film gets very toned down and dark compared to its bright, vibrant approach throughout the movie. It's visually amazing because as an audience, we are taught that when films and movies go dark, that means something bad is occurring or people are gonna die. But the film team combats that feeling of dark and eeriness with Gallo being protected by the person that he is trying so hard to get to trust him, and that's Leo. His Promare, his last flame, is literally protecting him and showing that Promares are entrusting Gallo to save the world and feed that primal age to combust once again. It also changes the scenery because now Gallo starts to get covered in an aura that shines through the dimly dark toned atmosphere. It's such a minute detail, but yet again it shows just how well this movie was created. From a character perspective as well, this movie exemplifies everything you would want. It proceeds to have full-on character arcs between at least 3 characters. I'll give 3 examples, the other characters you can watch the movie for. But the 3 characters I want to tell you guys about in this video is Gallo, Leo, even Governor Cray. Governor Cray is an Eisen character, which planned Gallo's life since he saved him from the burning building. He is literally the epitome of a James Bond supervillain where he seems to be protecting society, but underneath he is actually only in it for himself. You can call it cheesy, but it's honestly justified the way this character acts. Obviously he is ignorant, which ends up leading us to our main character Gallo, who is an extravagant high energy firefighter with a burning soul to show the world how far he can go. Sounds familiar, right? He is truly an enjoyable character from start to finish, and honestly you can tell he is used as a joke sometimes, but he is written to have lighthearted moments to keep your attention at the moments where you might start to feel sad. He struggles with truly proving to himself his purpose and wanting to live up to his hero, and eventually he does do that. It's a really good story arc that's simple, but it shines throughout this movie. Lastly, Leo was the person in the story to bridge our villainous character with our main character. His or her arc, I'm not really sure their gender, but it was an amazing example of how people feel when being judged wrongly because of who they are or what they might possess. Their character allows the story to tackle the idea of prejudice in society and shows how dark society can get at times. At one point, people even start to see his kind, which is the Burnish humans, as beneath them and like animals, when realistically, they're just the same humans that can possess the same abilities as them as well. It's really saddening, but it's reality for some people in real life today. It's a cool way to show off the theme of the story, honestly. Let alone, if this story isn't even good enough to get you to watch or the characters, the animation for sure will. It's a really interesting take on 3D CGI animation and a 2D animation art style. It shows how well animators are becoming when it comes to learning what 3D CGI can do and its limits. There are some moments you know it's CGI, but that doesn't stop it from being amazing. Honestly, this film is beautiful and it has very unique camera angles that you could really only get in anime. Unless you're a god filmmaker for some reason, know how to fucking 720 insta swap Levi Ackerman swing down a burning building while 2 mechs are fighting right above you and getting the close-ups of their feet and they're sliding, I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, congratulations, you've done something not a lot of people can ever do in their life. Besides the animation, the soundtrack in this movie is spectacular. There are so many important moments that leave you in awe due to the soundtrack. For example, there's a moment in the middle of the movie where Leo goes berserk. He turns into this big dragon, and then the theme song, well, not the theme song or premiere, but one of the big songs from the movie starts to play, and it's just blaring in your ears, and it's just beautiful because you just see Leo rage and lash out when he doesn't want to do that, but it's the primal rage inside of him from the Promares, and he just lashes out, and you see this big dragon come at Governor Cray, and eventually, yes, our main character does stop him, but it's just so beautifully done. done. It just sounds perfect, and to me, it's a big reason why Premiere was so successful. The soundtrack is so good. You probably heard the theme song for Premiere a lot, and also the background music in general just fits this movie really well. It's very impactful. It'll make you feel like you want to go out there and be a firefighter with Gallo or be with Leo. I mean, it's so sick, man. Trust me, the soundtrack you will love. I give credit to Studio Trigger for literally spending over 3 years on this film. At the end of the day, it was worth it. This movie will go down in history as one of the most beautifully animated films to ever exist. Promare is undoubtedly one of the best animated movies I have ever seen in my life, and it goes up there with some of my top favorites like A Silent Voice and Castle of Cagliostro. If you get told to watch this movie and you put it off because you're either lazy or don't have time, just take an hour and 51 minutes out of your night, day, or whatever to watch Promare. With that being said, my name is I'm Hitch. If you did like this video and you're considering watching the movie, drop that subscribe button. It helps me out in the long run on my channel. With that being said, I really hope you all have a blessed May 2021.